Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Cowboys had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can...
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Card out of throw. Rolling to his left.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That was an... there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Running with Elliott. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's got this down to the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st down, Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Carr going to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Carr. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it. And then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure, back on their offense to put themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They keep on the ground with Allen. Down to about the 37. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Carr. He hits Adams complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Jacobs going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Touchdown Raiders! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13.
Cowboys nothing.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
Escaping the pressure right. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Jacobs going to try the middle, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42.
A gain of 15. First down.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Cowboys nothing.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines
and Prescott, his third interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now it's Carr. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A first down throw for Prescott. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Prescott. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's A.J. Coldell. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
It's a good 27 yards. That's good for a Cowboys.
On 1st and 10, Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To the air again, Prescott. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So Carr will depart, and on comes the Raider kicker Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. And he missed it. It's no good. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Raiders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 48 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Once again, it's Jacobs. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas.